We are on. We got Summer with us tonight. Yes, sir. Say hi. All right, that's enough. Okay, let's get this straightened out here. That should do pretty good. And we're smoking tonight a Clark's favorite with some Old Dark Fired. Got a little story about that I'll tell in a bit. First of all, I wanted to mention a pipe contest, and it's from Kraut 68, one of our German pipe smokers, is doing a 300 sub contest slash challenge. You can check out Kraut 68's video. What he's looking for is for us Americans to step up to the plate and do a video in German, or for new people who haven't done videos yet, your challenge is to put up a video, your first video, and do German as well. Now, just for hoo-has, I wrote up a little script for a video, went on to Google, and went into the translator and translated all the stuff out. Then I tried to say it. Then I went back and listened to the lady say the actual words the way they're supposed to be spoken. And there's no way I can do that. But anyway, check out Kraut 68. So, for a long time, I've had my eye on a Clark's favorite. I love the bend and the stem, and of course it's got a beautiful bowl. And I got into a trade with Doug Owen out at Cargo Hold on Liberty Bay in Paulsbo, Washington. And I expected that we were just going to swap some tobacco, and this box came, which clearly was larger than what a pound of tobacco required. And when I opened up the package, not only was there a pound of tobacco, but there was this, 2 tins, and a little baggie of stuff from his shop, the Kentucky Old Dark Fired. So many thanks to Doug Owen, who is a real gentleman, to say the least. And one of these days I'm going to get out to Cargo Hold. Nautical stuff is right up my alley. I guess he has some aeronautical stuff as well. Pipes, pipe tobacco, and cigars. So, who have we got on here? Pat Higgins, how you doing? Up to my north, I believe. Troy. Pirate Frog's on. Pipe Smoking Journey, that's a new one. Wayne Bouchard. You guys are killing me. Oh, Michelle V2222 is on. One of these days we're going to call her up and drive her crazy again. Mark Backcountry Pipe is on. somebody from Fair Oaks. York, PA. All right. Michelle V 222 is up for a phone call. Canerod Piper, how are you, Mike? Worcester, England. Oh, something Nugget 19, okay, yep, yep. I love reading all these, except they go by too fast. Cheers. Mike is doing well. Okay, so I got an email from Bruce from South Africa, who's hanging out on YouTube, and he's a newbie, and he had a question that he asked if I would answer, and I said sure. He wants to know the difference between aromatics and non-aromatics, and this gets a little dicey. Basically, an aromatic tobacco is tobacco leaf which has been flavored. And there's two ways that they do it. They case it or they top it. And casing, the flavor goes right into the leaf. So it's pretty much infused. The topping is, the way I understand it, sprayed on, or it covers like the outside of the leaf. And if you followed me for any length of time, I've talked on numerous occasions about there are varying degrees of aromatics. There's like the bulk bag stuff you get from a drugstore that's quite often sickly sweet, just overpowering. And then there are aromatics which are done quite well. To me, an aromatic that's done well allows you to maybe get a little hint of whatever the flavor is, vanilla or chocolate or cherry, whatever, but still being able to taste the tobacco leaf. And there are a lot of them out there that are really good, or that are done well, however you want to put it. And then there's always some discussion about exactly what is aromatic. Like, people will say that deer tongue, which is a natural herb added to tobacco, they'll say that that's aromatic, which I guess in some people's eyes it is. It's got a flavor to it. When it burns, it's got kind of a vanilla flavor to it. There are also people that say Latakia is really an aromatic because the smoke flavor is added to the leaf as well. But the long story short, I guess, is an aromatic is a tobacco to which flavor has been added. And you can decide for yourself whether you think Latakia is aromatic or whatever. Quite often when you're talking with people, pipe smokers on YouTube, we think of an aromatic as a cherry blend, a vanilla blend, a fruity type blend, that kind of thing. So I hope that answers the question. If you have any other questions, Bruce, shoot me another message. In fact, anyone who has a question they would like discussed, contact me at matches860@gmail.com, and matches860 is all spelled out, no numbers. So, it's been about a month now that I've been doing the live streams, and the last 2 weeks I've really given a lot of thought to what I want to do with this. And I rechecked my analytics yesterday, and I get twice as many views in a 12-hour period than I got with a regular video in the past. I've also been... Sorry, I think we lost it there for a minute. So anyway, I was talking about where it's going with the live streams, and I'm going to keep doing them as long as they keep generating the numbers they've been generating. I'd be stupid not to. And I figure when the weather's better, I can do a video during the day Friday and take Friday night and either discuss that video or talk about what I have planned for the next week, or just continue on answering questions or saying hi or whatever. Who is that? I missed the name. Said live streams are great. And I don't know what the fascination is, but I know there is one, because whenever I see somebody doing a live stream, I click on it. Pipes and Kayaks, how you doing? Lawn Smoke, how are you? Lawn Smoke would like some stories. And yeah, I guess I could do that, because I did the story on New Year's Eve, which wasn't too difficult. But there's something for me about being out in the woods or out somewhere and really kind of relaxing before I push the record button. But we'll see how that goes. Pipe Writer. David Farley loves stories too. Tell some stories from your childhood, they're awesome. The best ones, I'll tell you, were with Phil. And as I said to Pipes and Kayaks, I have other stuff that I remember with Phil, but it's like bits and pieces that aren't really, I couldn't really connect them into a story. But real short one is that I went over to his yard one day, and he was playing by his swing set. He had a pitchfork, and we were just doing whatever we were doing, and his father came over. He was like crouched down or kneeling next to us and talking to us, and all of a sudden Phil said to his father he was going to stick the pitchfork in his face. And Phil's father looked at him and said, "You do and I'll lace you one." I can see that like it was yesterday. All I could think of was, geez, I wouldn't even think of saying that to my father, because my father would have punched me right in the mouth. But good times with Phil. So let's see, what else have we got? The Clark's smokes as cool as the Bing's does, but there's a little more feel of elegance with this because of this bent stem. It just kind of, it's fantastic. I've been smoking this all week. It hasn't had a break. Then, of course, I'm still breaking in my other church warden. Pipe Writer wants to know if it's better than the church warden. I'm going to say it's just about the same. The other church warden's a little bit longer, but I don't know that I'd know the difference if I had a blindfold on. Pipe Writer asks the tough questions. Yes, you do. LA pipe smoker, what are you smoking? Oh, what am I smoking? Old Dark Fired. And it's always been one of my favorites. And this is what Doug sent. They call it Olympic Mountaineer, but I said to him, what is that? It smells familiar. He says, oh, that's Old Dark Fired. Hash. Irish Flake? Yes, I have tried Irish Flake. I love it. What's the other one? University Flake. I like that too. I told the story about that in one video. All I had heard from people online were that Peterson tobacco stunk. So I always avoided them. And somebody just happened to send me the University Flake, I think, was the first one. And I love that. And somebody else said, well, if you like that, you ought to try the Irish Flake. Love that too. Am I going to do a VR for, oh, I don't know. Did I say I was going to do a VR? What do you think of Three Nuns? Never had it, I don't think. But I heard Three Friars is supposed to be like Three Nuns. I don't know how true that is. Four Nuns is better. Yeah. University Flake. I don't know who those people were that didn't like it, but they're not friends of mine. Community college is the best. Community college, is that a tobacco? What's a good first pipe? That's actually going around on Facebook lately, and I don't know why everybody all of a sudden is asking what a good first pipe should be. This one particular conversation I was following on Facebook, somebody said, get a corn cob. And I've always said the same thing, because if you get a corn cob and you don't like it, if you don't like pipe smoking, that is, then you're only out a couple of bucks. And then somebody else said, well, you know, a corn cob really doesn't give you the real the real deal like a briar does. So I think if somebody said, what's a good briar first pipe, I would really push for the unfinished Savinellis. Uh, I, if you don't like smoking one of those, there's something wrong with you. That's all I have to say about it. Yes, cobs are a great place to start. I started with a big Peterson. Mixture 79. It's okay in my book, and I guess the Sarge there changed his mind about it, which I tell everybody that messages me, they'll say, oh, you know, I tried this tobacco and I can't stand it, can I send it to you? I always tell them, hang on to it for like 6 months, try it again, because you never know. Savinelli Roma 626. Got my first pipe yesterday. All right, congratulations. Old firehouse in Fall River. Royal Yacht. Yeah, there have been tobaccos for me as well that I've put away, tried them again before I've sent them out, and then I go, oh, I'm not sending this to anybody. I like this. So, let's see what else. Edward G. Robinson blend. That's good stuff. I still have some left that the Sarge sent to me. And there's an example of an aromatic that's done really well, in case anybody's interested. Somebody loves a Rossi. I've never had a Dunhill pipe, never smoked one. Do I rest my pipes after a smoke? Absolutely. Normally, like my Friday Savinelli, I'll only smoke it today and then it'll rest until next Friday. Now my Friday Savinelli that's unfinished, quite often what I do is I smoke that on Tuesday, and it does kind of a backup for the other Friday Savinelli on Friday, so it gets smoked twice during the week, but not as heavy on Friday as it does on Tuesday. And the Bing's favorite, I've been smoking it every night this week, but at some point it'll get a better rest, because they do need time to dry out. Smoking a 728. Yeah, that's another question a lot of new guys have, because of course you can't afford a dozen pipes when you first start out, and they'll ask, is there any problem with smoking my only pipe every day, because it's the only pipe I got? Hey, that's the way they used to do it back in the day. You smoked it all day. The only time you weren't smoking it was when you were sleeping, and that's the rest the pipe got. And I've told the story before about a guy that I ran into who had a Dr. Graybo. The thing was filthy. And we got talking about pipes, and he says, yeah, this is the only pipe I have. And he had been smoking pipes for, I don't know, 20 years or something. And we kept talking, and he basically said that he buys a Graybo once a year. He just smokes it until, like, either it burns out or he can't get any more tobacco in it because he doesn't ream it or clean it or anything, and then he tosses it. So he's one of the leftovers, I guess. Smoking McBaron's Golden Blend. Good stuff, good stuff. Somebody's trying to collect all the Savinelli shapes. Oh my God. There's a lifetime project. Great pipes though. I've told a lot of people if I was starting over again, it would be all Savinellis. McBaron Gold Kentucky, or Bold Kentucky, is much stronger than the old Dark Fired. The old Dark Fired and I get along really well. The McBaron Bold, nah, it kills me. Need to try Cary Grant's and Tony K's. Peter Heinrich's 39. I don't know. What have I got here? Peter Heinrich's 39. Good stuff. Kramers. I have a large ruler, one of my favorites. Where did I get my pipe cabinet from? I got it at work for being there for 25 years. Very nice gift. If you're interested in the maker of it, shoot me a message and I'll tell you how to get a hold of the guy. He's on Facebook and he advertises there quite frequently. Do I use a regular or pipe Zippo? I have used a pipe Zippo in the past, and I did a video about pipe Zippos. They get all crusty and nasty because of the cap that's on the chimney, which I guess helps keep the flame going out the circle that goes down into the bowl of the pipe. But it's more trouble than it's worth, and I have just as good a luck with the regular Zippos, lighting the pipe with them, so that's what I use. Show us how you use the regular Zippo. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. See, it's a regular. Works like a charm. The pipe Zippo is windproof too. Oh yeah. Pipe Zippos are windproof. Actually, I'm not smoking a Church Warden. It's Clark's favorite. The Bing's favorite, yeah, they're great. Great to have. I told that story in a video that I went into the tobacco shop years ago and wanted a new pipe, and I saw the smooth and the rusticated Bing's favorite. And I think for whatever reason I picked the smooth one, and I smoked it on the way home. I loved it so much, I went back, I believe it was the next week, and I bought the other rusticated one. Oh no, he broke his Bing's favorite last week. Yeah, Lakeland blend. I have one here that Sergeant Savinelli sent. Not really my cup of tea, but I'll put them in a corn cob every once in a while and smoke one. So we're hitting about a half an hour. And what else do I have to say? I think we're going to stick with 8 o'clock Friday nights because it works pretty well. 6 o'clock was a little iffy with whatever we were doing for dinner, and 8 o'clock obviously is beyond that, so anyway. Trucking with Alan, new subscriber. Thank you very much for your sub. And with that, we're going to say goodnight. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hope you have a great weekend.